A few years ago, I found myself in big trouble. You see, one of the worst and most depressing feelings you can have is realizing that you're approaching your 40s and you have absolutely nothing to show for it. You have nothing to show for your decades of existence. To say I had nothing to show for it was actually an understatement. I was miserable, broke, and it didn't help when I started to scramble around for fast ways to make a lot of money. I was the king of Googling how to make money online, and I wanted it fast. You have not felt like a failure until you have tried everything. Drop shipping, affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, bought every single course out there and still dismally failed at all of it. I mean all of it. Not only did I feel like a failure for being this old and not having my stuff together, but I just lost even more money investing at dead ends. So you can imagine my utterly crippling dread when my wife told me we had a baby on the way. Somehow, in the midst of all the chaos and fear, I stumbled upon a life-altering secret, and I was never the same. I realized that Googling how to make money online fast was ironically the slowest way to make money. Now, before I explain the secret I stumbled upon, this information is all for free. I'm not going to try to sell you any courses at the end. All I ask is that you gently tap the like button, don't smash it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also, please share this video with others. This could potentially really change somebody's life. So let's continue. You see, I suddenly realized that my current circumstances were no accident. I'd arrived here by design. Everything I had corresponded to who I was internally. I mean subconsciously. To change what I had to change who I was. I feel like I need to repeat that. To change what I had to change who I was. I realized that people don't get what they deserve. They get who they are. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Now, before I tell you exactly how I completely transformed my life, step by step, I want to give you a couple examples and an interesting statistic. I've seen something really interesting in my neighborhood. See, there's this old car. I think it's over 15 years old, but you wouldn't know if you looked at it because it's pristine and clean and really well kept. It looks really classy and expensive. On the other hand, I know somebody who got a good car from their workplace. It was a nice and expensive car, brand new model too, but it's now all dented and the inside looks like a landfill. I wouldn't even take it if it were given to me for free. The difference between the two cars is not where or even when they were made. It's the person driving them. You see, if you're like me, like I was back then, trying all kinds of businesses and failing at them, the problem may not necessarily be in the business models. I blamed everything, including the market even. The problem is the mindset behind those businesses. You see, hundreds and even thousands of people were succeeding at the businesses I was failing at. A lot of them a lot younger than me even. And the only difference between me and them was the mindset. I learned pretty quickly that you will always upgrade or downgrade everything and even everyone around you to the level of your mentality. If you get something that you subconsciously don't think you deserve, you will self-sabotage. You will destroy it, crash it, or lose it. And if it's something that's beneath you, you will upgrade it. And unfortunately, we do the same with the people around us. Have you ever seen people that glow up after they get married? And also people that downgrade to a 2 from a 9 within a few months of getting married. So ironically, the fastest way to make money is not by Googling, how do I make money fast? But rather, how do I transform my self-image fast? And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. Again, just a quick reminder, please like and subscribe if you're getting any value out of this. So step number 1 to transformation is taking responsibility. You have to accept that your circumstances are largely your results. I hate using the word your fault, but they're your responsibility. Some unfortunate things may have happened to you, but how you respond is up to you. So being responsible for something does not necessarily mean that you're to blame for it. If someone breaks in your house and steals your TV, it's not your fault that they did that. But if they don't catch that person, you're responsible for replacing your TV. You can't just be like, oh, you know, I'm never gonna watch TV again because it was stolen. I'm waiting for them to bring it back. That's a defeated mindset. That's a failure mindset. I had to accept that I was responsible for my circumstances. I blamed myself for where I was. Point number 2, find people that are what you want to be and ask them their life story. Now, this is really important. Don't ask them how they got rich. You have to ask them to tell you their life story. And the reason is you can only learn someone's mentality by learning the circumstances that they had to push through and how they had to think their way through them. If you ask me how I made money, I can just say, oh, it was affiliate marketing or reselling domains or whatever other things I've done. And if you go and try them, you might fail at them because you don't have the mindset that I had after transforming myself. If you don't have people around you that are what you want to be, find them online and buy their autobiography. I buy the autobiographies of the people I look up to more than their books on how to do certain businesses. After studying those people's lives, make a list of the attributes that have shaped their mentality. For me, after making that list, I noticed that my two biggest problems were self-belief and overcoming failure. See, I always believed that other people were better than me, that they could think better than me or do certain things better than me. I also didn't realize how much successful people fail. They fail more than unsuccessful people, a lot more. For me, the most transformative autobiography in this regard was Richard Branson's, and it's called Losing My Blank. I'm not gonna say the full title because I don't want my video to get flagged. Point number 3, once you've made the list, do self-hypnosis. I know, I sound all new agey. I was a huge skeptic, but I was really desperate, and it worked. So you do this by meditating, and you calm yourself down until you get into what they call an alpha state. And then in your mind, you see your life the way you want it to be, but in first person. Number 4 is consistency. Repeat number 3 for 21 days without breaking your streak. Ideally, you should go for 90 days without breaking your streak. It took me several tries to get to 90 days without breaking my streak. The most surprising thing for me was that I didn't realize how radically my life had already changed before I even got to day 50. I was so focused on changing my mind that I didn't even notice the opportunities I was starting to convert and how much my bank account had grown. Now, number 5 is super important and super painful at the same time. You have to get rid of people who are not on the same mental wavelength as you. I can feel somebody say even the nice people, and I would almost say especially the nice people. You see, we trust the nice ones. They care about us so much that they tend to want to protect us from pain, and they do so by preventing us from taking risks. Now, don't go and divorce your spouse or excommunicate your parents. See, some people can be trained and some can be managed. For example, you can send this video to people you want to grow with you. However, unfortunately, everybody else has to go. You do not have enough bandwidth to manage or train more than just a handful of people. Don't waste your virtue. I took the radical route of cutting people off out of desperation, and it worked. Now, I'm obviously just summarizing here. If you need more details, please comment below and I'll respond with any extra information you may need. I will respond to every comment. I'm no expert, but I strongly believe that if you do this diligently, anything you try will work out. And this is because a different mindset is doing it. You're not the same person trying it. Now go make that paper